All right, moving on. With the government shutdown entering day 38 now, the federal government started cutting flights today. And while Bradley Airport was not one of the 40 airports directly affected, a lot of flights to and from Bradley connect to those 40 airports. So what's the bottom line impact in Windsor Locks? Let's get you right out live to Fox 61's Stefan Reels. He's got some answers. Stefan.
Hey, Tim and Annette, really like you said a little bit earlier, Bradley itself got to escape a lot of the issues, but we've already seen a bunch of delays and cancellations happen across the country. But the CAA, the Connecticut Airport Authority, the leaders behind Bradley International Airport, they say this is the status quo. Even if you take a look behind me at these arrivals, at these departures, those delays you see, the CAA leadership there tells me that this is normal. And in fact, that one cancellation that you see on your screen to the right, Washington National, that is the only one that's canceled, but that might not actually be because of the shutdown. It could be, but the airport hasn't had it confirmed yet because it's up to the airlines to cancel these flights. And really, what you're seeing right there might actually be the calmest. We will see these delays and cancellations over the next few days because right now, of that 10% cancellation and reduction of air traffic, right now we are only at 4%, and that's going to be rolling up slowly but surely over the next week. Tuesday will bump up another 2% to 6%, another 2% on Thursday, and by the time we get to this time next week on Friday, it will be at 10%. But again, we keep reiterating, right now, Bradley is not directly affected by this change. They said that in a statement earlier today, and the Connecticut Airport Authority says it has not been notified that Bradley would be part of the FAA reductions. However, the airlines here do fly to many of those airports that are on this list of those 40 airports, and airport leaders say if you have a flight over these next few days, make sure you check your flight status before you come to the airport and you leave home, because those busy airports around us, like Newark, Logan, LaGuardia, those are part of these reductions we will see over this next week. International flights, though, those are safe for now. It's really going to be these domestic flights that will be impacted by these reductions. And really, it's going to be up to the airlines to decide how they reduce them. United has been a little more forthcoming about what they plan to do. They want to keep their hub cities, those flights for their major cities between, let's say, their hubs in Chicago and Dulles, or Dulles and Houston. They want to keep those going as much as they can. However, this will depend on the airline, and with these cancellations rolling out over these next few days, travelers are already nervous and frustrated.
I think it's a complete failure of government, and the government's serving itself and not the people. It's driving me nuts.
It's terrible. It's just terrible. I feel like the American people are being held hostage right now.
And right now, the big things you're going to want to remember are the things that you will see on your screen. Over these next few days, please follow these travel tips. The biggest thing to do is make sure you get notified as soon as your flights get delayed or canceled. And you want to do that by either downloading both the airline and the airport's app so you can get those notifications and pivot as soon as possible. But also add an extra hour to your travel time. If you get to the airport 2 hours ahead for domestic flights, add another hour on top of that. Make that 3 hours. International flights, instead of 3, make it 4. A little extra, but you want to give yourself as much time as possible to make these decisions. And now, I talked to AAA yesterday. They said it would not be the worst time to look into travel insurance, just to have a little bit of extra cushion in case things do go wrong. However, everything I already talked about, this depends from airline to airline, so you need to read these fine prints over the next few days if you plan on traveling out of airports. We're going to hear from some travelers out of Bradley coming up at 6, but for now, live at Bradley International Airport, Stefan Reels, Fox 61.